jump in?
Are we like good?
Guys,
We're good?
the man.
Oh my god, we get to start? Holy
What is up, girlfriend?
shit. Okay, so welcome to what happened last night.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Okay.
I've prepared.
I'm ready for this. I love this. Let's go, girlfriend.
Terrified. Okay, I'm introducing my first guest, Joty K. Joty is an entertainer, social media star, rapper, singer, model, actress, podcast host, which you have to tell me if like I do a good job because I'm probably gonna suck,
This is already great.
and more. ... She rose to prominence as a Vine celebrity and has broken down barriers as a familiar face in the South Asian community. She's hilarious, gorgeous, and a personality you can't forget. I think you have to drink a little more
Oh my
tequila. You
God.
have to be like on my level.
I'm just so honored. This sounds so great. I'm like, did I do all that in my life? Like,
Okay, I'm like, this is so professional of me right now. I'm very proud. Okay, currently, along with her growing fan base on social, she hosts Joty K Uncut. Do you still do that?
It's still there. I haven't
still
listened.
there.
It's still there. I'm still getting listens. Shout out to everybody who still listens. But I haven't recorded something in a minute. I've been really like, I think I've been doing a lot more rants and things of that sort that I would do that I would do in like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Now I feel like it's just kind of like my online little.
That's so
thing.
fun.
Yeah,
I love it.
I just say what I say. That's why I'm excited to be here.
You can catch her on her latest film, Siddhus of Southall.
Yes.
Is it
Siddhus
out?
of South
It's
Hall.
out, right? May
It's
something?
out. It should still be in theaters. If not, it'll be coming to Netflix soon. What's up?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay, well, welcome to what happened last night.
Yes. What
Oh my
did
God, I
happen
just said
last
that for the
night?
first time. No, when I was seriously trying to think of girls to bring on, I just want to bring like girls who are dope and doing cool things and also just unapologetically them.
Yes,
Which you
that
totally
is
are.
I.
I just to be like totally real, like last night I was sitting with my mom and she was like translating all of your TikToks for me because she's but we're Punjabi, but I'm just like a bad Indian. I don't know anything. Like, even if I lived in India for 4 years, I still like can't speak shit.
Oh, it's okay.
But I understand everything, but I don't understand Punjabi. And I was like, Mom, can you please tell me what she's saying and all of these? And my dad's like in the kitchen,
I'm
like
so embarrassed.
laughing under his breath, like all of your videos.
Oh my
He
gosh.
was like, "Who's that? That's your interviewing tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yo, I say so many bad words. Your dad's probably like, what the fuck?
No, he loved it. He was like having a ball in the kitchen.
Oh my god, I
Um,
love that.
Okay, but you're from Canada.
No.
No?
No.
Fuck, my first question's wrong.
No.
Holy shit.
I was born in Queens, New York.
How
A
did
lot
I
of
get that? Why is
Because
this
I mean-
all over the internet?
People think I'm from Canada just because I think like there's not a lot of prominent like people in America, like, you know, like South Asian wise. Like
Yeah.
it's like even Lily Singh, who's super big in our community, is Canadian. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of Americans don't do those things, so people just assume you're from Canada, right? Like all the top Indian influencers are from Canada, right?
Yeah.
So I think everyone just associates with me, and I
Wait,
just
so then you're American.
I'm American.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was born in
I
New
love
York.
Peter. I got the first question
But that's why we're doing this. They're fine. No, I was born in Queens, and then I moved to California when I was about like 10 years old. So I consider myself a California girl. But I still got a little New York in me, you know what I mean?
But then when did what do you mean like, you're a California girl? You lived here then?
Since 10 years old.
Since 10 years old.
Yeah.
So 10 years first in New York
New
and
York,
then
yeah.
here. And then where did Canada come in?
Canada's never been in a
What?
picture.
Why do I think you
I mean, I have a really large shout out
Why
to
were
Canada.
you just in Canada right now?
Yeah, I mean, I have a really good strong base, a really nice, what do you call it? I'm already getting drunk. A really good fan base
Why
in
did I
Canada.
think you're from Canada?
Maybe because I was there for 2 weeks and I'm actually going back again.
I like looked up. Okay, well, all these magazines who've written about you are like.
They say I'm Canadian.
There's like 3 of them that say
I'm
you're
not
Canadian.
Canadian. I am American.
Okay.
I'm USA.
All right, well, good to know.
I have a blue passport.
All right, well, like, what was like little Joty like?
Little Joty. Okay, so we used to move around a lot because it's just immigrant family, like wherever it was cheaper or whatever, moving. My parents were experimenting. So I was like kind of like shy a little bit because I would always have to try to make new friends. And by the time I'd make new friends, we'd move. Right? So I was just kind of like this girl that was like, please like me, be my friend, right? And then we moved into this like Indian community, which was like I don't know if it was the worst mistake or the best mistake, but at the time, and I was so excited.
This is in LA.
No, so then LA came after. So we moved to Central Valley, which is like the armpit of California.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Cute.
Armpit of California.
Lovely.
Literally, like the world's shit is there. Sorry, guys.
There's Indians
Yeah,
there.
but there's a lot.
There's an Indian community.
There's a really big Indian community, and I was just like this little like you know, American Indian girl. Like my parents were working all the time, so I was kind of like I wore Abercrombie. I knew Punjabi because my grandma lived with me, and I was the firstborn. But like I was still American, but Punjabi. You know what I mean? So I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, I could like bring out my Punjabi side here, right? But they didn't fucking like me. Yeah, because I didn't fit into like that Indian box of where like I wore shorts.
So like the Desi community.
The Desi community, yeah, they didn't like me. So then I was like super confused. Like, why don't they like me? Like, I want them to like me. And I became friends with this like Indian girl, right? I think she's the only person I don't hate people, but I still hate her till this day in my life. Only person that I hate. She became friends with me. Like I met her at a wedding, and her dad was friends with my dad, and she was like a big sister to me, and I like wanted to be just like her. Like she had money. She was like, and I didn't have that much money, and she was like telling me about all these girls. Like, don't hang with her. She's cool. La 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 la. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I didn't even like. You know, I was just like her little like fucking little sidekick.
No,
right?
no, I get that. Yeah, and she's just like expressing her power. Over you, like,
pretty much. And I was just like this little like, okay, cool. My big sister, fucking. Sorry, content. Anyway, so then like I kind of like
I feel so bad for this girl.
Yeah.
Like, if this podcast blows up, and
don't feel bad for her. You'll find as soon as I say, you know, when I tell you what she did to me, do not feel bad for this bitch. So then like this is when I experienced my first like hatred and like fucking backstabbing. So I guess I didn't realize, like, now I know that it was because I was cute, but I didn't didn't really process in my head at that time. So like guys would like me and she would get really jealous about it, right? But I didn't know that. And then I didn't know that behind my back when guys would ask her about me, she would say that I was a hoe, and I was a virgin at this time.
Like you're like a teenager.
Yeah, I was like a fucking teenager. Like I was in high school.
Teenagers are so mean.
Yeah, and then she was a little bit older, and then like she was like, but anyways, long story short, this guy that she was talking to liked me, like as a person, and told me, he's like, she's talking all this shit about you. And I was like, there's no way my best friend can be doing this, right? And he literally shows me text messages.
Oh my god.
And I was distraught. I thought like she was like my best friend.
But she's like Indian.
She's Punjabi. What a fucking cunt, right? So then I know we had like a MySpace together. And like yeah, like we had like a double.
You had like joint custody.
Yeah, we had joint custody of MySpace. And instead of calling her out like how I am today, I just didn't want any drama. So I should have known this was gonna make drama. I just like took her pictures off. Yeah, and then she
and changed the password.
Like changed the password.
Two-factor authentication.
Yeah, and then like just kind of like started to like kind of not talking to her. Like I didn't confront her at all. So I think she had a feeling, and then all the shit that she talked about all these girls, she told them that I said it. And I had just moved into this town. So like before I could build my reputation, she tarnished it. And then she didn't know how to say why we're not friends anymore. So she had her cousin, this fucking douchebag, say that I slept with him. I was a virgin, by the way, guys, at this time. Just this timid fucking young girl. Like, there's guys saying that I slept with her cousin.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No, but I think, okay, I can relate to a lot of this because, I grew up in Newport Beach, super white, annoying. Orange County, like, Hollister, Abercrombie, and Fitch on crack. And, the OC and, that whole, Laguna Beach world. Mm-hmm. And white girls definitely treated me like I was, not the coolest, even though I was way cooler than all of them. But they learned. I mean, do you feel like now, when you get now, I don't know if this happens to you, but all these people from my past now that I'm in entertainment, they're DM me, yes! They're like, hey, yes! I always knew, and I'm like, do you not remember?
I didn't forget all that shit you did to me.
Yeah. But I also think, you and I have, a very similar personality. I think that helped me shape, oh, wait, fuck no, I'm going to, make my place in the world. And you're going to... And it kind of gave me, a chip on my shoulder of,
It did. No, I kind of, in a way, I don't want to thank her because it was really miserable for me. But she's the reason I stopped being a little bitch. You know what I mean? I beat her up, by the way.
Yes.
I beat her up because I was so angry. I couldn't believe she did this to me. She put flyers about me around school. Anyways, long story short, this girl ruined my reputation before I could make it. So I think that, I went from timid Joty to angry Joty, where I was, fuck this shit. And I kind of like embodied what she was talking about me.
Yeah.
And I turned it into like bad bitch energy. Like, okay, all right, I'm a hoe, I'm this, whatever. Fuck it. I beat bitches up. Don't fuck with me. Like, I just like, she turned me into this like person that just didn't give a fuck anymore. And I just, after that, I wouldn't let anybody fuck with me.
Yeah.
Because I was so hurt. Like, I got so backstabbed. All these girls that I thought were my friends took her side when she was the one doing the shit talking.
Oh my God.
But the thing is, people, when they there's something that they're jealous about of you, I think they get excited when there's shit being talked about you.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh yeah, we got something
we
on
got
this
her.
bitch, right?
Yeah.
So like, sweet, innocent Joty who wanted to be friends with everybody just became rebellious Joty, right? I guess that's like where Joty K kind of came into. So then, so I was a shy girl that wanted everybody to like me, wanted approval because we moved around all the time.
Yeah.
But then I got fucked over by a brown girl, which is, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah.
And it really just like she really tarnished, like till this day, people call me like all these names. And I really think it's because it came from that.
Oh my God.
Because I'm like, name 5 people I fucked. There's no way you know. Because the guys that I fucked don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the people that I like sleep with are pretty cool people. Like,
but it also makes you like create a need for like validation or create a need or like let go of that need or just kind of
Literally.
but also like I moved around so much, so like I got really good at being like, oh, those are the cool kids, I'm gonna go be a cool kid, and I figured out that game. But then along the way, when you're young, you're just doing it through, I don't know, sex, drugs, rock and roll, which isn't really also amazing, but it's also amazing.
It is also amazing. I partied a lot as well, but I also got used to not getting too close to people because I'm like, oh, you know, I'm probably not, like, I wouldn't keep the bond all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, who knows? You might be here today, you might not be here tomorrow, kind of deal. Yeah. So I got really used to getting used to people being in and out of my life as well. Something I'm working on now, like being better at, like, well, my friends know that I go MIA. My good friends now actually like reach out to me because they know I'm not being a bitch. Yeah. I'm just used to like, you know, like just used to people like.
Also now you probably, I mean now like we're probably the same age around. Like you're like getting used to yourself and knowing who you are.
I know.
I'm very need
I know who I am.
Anyone else like that around you to like bring.
Exactly. Like I can say today that I am very comfortable with who I am. I'm very happy with who I am, and like I own that shit. Yeah. But back then I was still like people pleasing, yada yada yada. You like me, yada yada yada. But like, you know, it's not that anymore. But it's a long time coming. Like a lot of people are like, how can I be like you? I'm like, girl, I've been through some shit. Yeah. You know, like,
well, you can't be like anyone. No. But also you can like learn all those things from overcoming all these other things.
Obstacles.
But like, so like if you were. When did you move to LA then? You moved to LA. What is the armpit of California? What's it called?
It's the Central Valley. So
Central
it's like
Valley?
Modesto, Fresno, Bakersfield. Like literally like when
okay, got it. Bakersfield.
Like where there's like, it's just straight dry land.
That's so weird that all these Indians like made it there.
Well, because I feel like farming is a big thing.
Okay, yeah, actually.
And like houses are cheaper there.
That makes sense.
So like LA happened when like, so my dad, in the gist of like my life being ruined by this bitch, my dad's like an alcoholic, you know, gets into drugs. My mom's like working all the time. The house situation's really bad. Yeah. So I'm over here like never wanting to be home partying, dating, confiding in all these people. Yeah. But my dad was my best friend. So in the gist of that, like I'm losing my actual best friend.
Also like your like male role model and like.
But luckily I had him until about high school.
Yeah.
I feel bad for my little brother because I feel like when he needed him the most, you know, he wasn't. I at least got to see him be a good father. Yeah. But then it was just kind of like now in high school when I'm having all these issues, I need my dad, but I don't have that, right? Because he's dealing with his own shit. So then I also couldn't really confide in these Indian people because they would talk shit about us.
Well, also, like, was that, like especially in Indian families, because, like, I was a troublemaker, but it was always, like, don't go tell anyone. It was, like, kind of keep our dirty laundry within the family, and you don't have any outlet to talk about it.
It wasn't even that. It was more, like, we just lived it. It was just, like, I didn't talk about it because I was ashamed myself.
How do they feel now that you have been talking about it?
My mom has like, well, my dad passed away 2 years ago. Rest in peace, love you, Dad. I actually have his on my chest. My mom used to be very weary about it because, you know, don't put your dirt or your dirty laundry. Yeah. But as I started telling her about how people have similar stories and how they feel stronger now that I've talked about it, I think she's a little, you know, better about it. Because I also get to tell her story, right? Because she never said anything. She just sat there taking being miserable and
and
working
taking
2
it,
jobs.
and which most,
yeah.
I mean, most like
Yeah.
immigrant. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know,
That's
all
what
of
they're not
our,
learning
it's just like a
tools.
part of our culture. It's weird. It's
Yeah.
like there's this weird like Indian thing where it's like
we don't talk about
we don't talk
problems.
about it, and I'm like, wait,
Strong.
but like, why can't we?
Yeah, and that's when you get like all these issues and trauma, and your kids get trauma. But basically, I just felt like people would talk shit about us rather than being like, hey, do you guys need help? Like, I
Yeah.
heard that about you. The only people that really understood were my non-Indian friends. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't judge me.
Yeah.
They were like, but so basically what happened was I got into college, whatever, I finished college. My dad got really bad, and I kind of gave him an ultimatum because I was spending my days chasing him, finding out who his friends were, what he's doing. It was driving me crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really sad. And I, like, begged him basically one day, and I was like, Dad, you need to go to rehab. You know, and it was like a week long. And one day, this is where he broke my heart, and I moved to LA. I was like, Dad, we're waking up in the morning, and we're going to get you help, right? And he's like, I promise you, kiddo, tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up. I love you. He was crying. I was crying. I woke up in the morning. He was gone.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, for a week. I didn't know where the fuck he went. And I made that decision to leave. I was like...
And, like, go choose yourself and
Yeah,
not be there to, like, pick up
myself.
the pieces or,
Yes.
like...
My Middle Eastern friend, shout out to her, she told me to choose myself. And it was really hard because I still feel selfish a little bit till this day. But I saved my mom in the end. But I moved to LA. It was far enough. You know what I mean? It was 5 hours away. I had a friend who lived out in LA, and I was like... I told her the situation, like, you can stay on my couch as much as how long as you want. Couch is being dramatic. There was a bed. She had a bed. She's Indian, you know.
She had an extra
there was
guest
a bed.
room.
There was a
she
bed.
Had an extra guest
it was
room
Woodland
and, like, all
Hills,
the
you know.
things you needed.
Yeah. But she was, you know, nice enough to let me stay with her, and I saved up money. And a year later, my mom realized I was the glue, and she started seeing it for what it was.
And you have a little brother, right?
I have a little brother too. And then she called me, and she's like, I can't do this anymore. So I'm like, come to LA. So my poor mom, like, sold everything, dropped her job, and moved to LA. And then my little brother, bless his heart, he still had hope in my dad. I still don't know till this day what he saw, that poor baby. He just called us one day, like 6 months later, crying and said, he's never going to change. So then poor baby came, still won't tell me till this day what he saw. He has like an 8-pack now. I think that the gym.
Actually, like, your brother's kind of hot.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I like totally looked at him
Yeah,
like 3 days ago. I was like, damn, Joty's brother's kind of cute.
He's a handsome little kid. He's not a kid. To me, he's a kid. But anyway, so we come to LA, and we kind of had to start over.
Yeah.
I didn't really come. We didn't really have that much. I literally had to, like, use my degree and have 2 jobs. And my mom.
But, like, did you come here for entertainment? Like, when did
No,
that?
I
like,
just
why?
wanted it.
When and how did, like, you
So,
always
yeah,
knew
so
you
long
were
story
funny,
short,
though.
Yeah, so I came here, whatever. I didn't come here for entertainment, though. I came here to get the fuck out of that city. So, Rivers, and anyways, whatever. We're blessed now. I'm living in Orange County. Mom's good, blah, blah, blah. So, reversing back. So, when I was in college, I had a semester off from school, and Vine was really popular back then, right?
Yeah.
And I knew I was funny. And I had the house to myself all the time, a big-ass house, and, like, there was no tripods and shit, right? I was just, like, whatever, use my phone. And I would just, like, make random-ass videos, like, making fun of my mom or whatever. And then, like, viral wasn't really a term back then.
Yeah.
And I would get, like, millions of views.
That's so nuts.
And I would be like, what the fuck, right?
But were you doing it all in, like, how Punjabi was your family, though? Were they, like, partiers, like mine, kind of?
They were just... They're just fucked up, bro.
So you were just making content about your family, like, and all the situations.
Toxic,
and
yeah,
just,
like,
But what made you in that moment, like, want to be like, I'm going to pull out my phone and I'm going to, like...
Just, like, shit, like, my mom would say sometimes. It was just funny. Like, you know what I mean? It was just funny. I was just like, she's fucking crazy. And I would just, like, imitate her. I don't know. I just thought... I imitated them anyways. Now I did it online, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, I realized people liked it, so I kept doing it. That's when I started realizing what online hate was. But the thing was, I lived in this small town that I didn't know that you could do shit with that.
Yeah.
So I went back to school after that. I was like, okay, cool. And then we started going to, like, Indian events, and they'd be like, oh my God, you're Joty K. And I'm like, oh wow,
this is... You were like, oh,
whoa.
This is, like, my path.
Yeah, I'm like, this is weird. This is kind of cool. People wanted to take pictures of me. I was so freaked out. And they wanted to send me merch, and I didn't know how to, like, make money off of anything. And I'm like, yeah, I'll wear your merch. Free clothes, send it to me. You know what I mean? So I didn't really, like, I went to school for, like, behavior therapy, like, nothing even, like, remotely into that. So then I went back to whatever. So then I didn't really do anything with it. And then I moved to LA, and I kind of just always kind of kept making videos, and I always kept. Then I kind of realized I'm like, okay, I have.
But you
something.
loved it though, right?
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm so good at it. It's so natural, and people.
You
either
are
love
like
me or
I'm
you don't.
like the opposite of that. I'm like,
really,
no.
it seems so like out there. No, but like I was like, either you love me or you don't, and I'm
no,
okay
but
with
even
it.
how you do it too, it's like funny, but then also there's themes. And then sometimes you're like dressed up. And
I literally think of this shit in the shower.
That's hilarious.
Like I don't have like I have to post every Thursday. I tried that before.
Yeah.
I wish I was like that. Maybe I'd be way further than I am now.
Yeah.
But it's not me.
Yeah.
I'm a mood driven person.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in the mood, if I'm not like even when brands send me shit, if I'm not in the mood to do it, I'm like, yeah, I'll give me a week.
Yeah.
Give me a week.
Yeah.
I can't force it.
But like now that whole thing has blown into like acting, music,
yes,
podcast, obviously, and like all these other things. What is like the next thing you want? Is it more like going towards acting, or is it more towards modeling, or is it more towards...
No, I don't consider myself a model. I think I'm blessed that like people think I'm good looking. I really just don't give a fuck.
Okay, let's like not. But
no,
okay.
no, but I'm like, no, literally though, like I like to take pictures. I know my angles. I like to dress up, but like I don't think, I mean, there's so many beautiful women out there. I don't think that's my lane.
Yeah.
I think I'm more of like a comedian and more like a personality. Like I want to be known for a personality.
Do you like want to ever like maybe like write skits for like fucking SNL?
I would like that. I think that would be dope.
So cool.
Or even like what I realized though is like what's working for me right now is being authentic like an American born Punjabi, which is really funny because I used to be like boxed up when I was younger, right? Like I wasn't Indian enough, I wasn't white enough, I wasn't black enough. So I was like, what am I? Like what's the problem? But now that's the thing. Like they like that shit.
Yeah.
They like this. I call it Punjablish. It's like Punjabi and English mix.
Punjablish?
Yeah, Punjablish.
I love that.
They love that. So I mean like when I went to Canada recently, I went for a wedding, but I got hit up for like doing a skit. I got hit up for doing like funny music videos, and I'm like, oh, I fucking love this shit. Like I love the acting portion of it, so I really do want to get into like comedic acting, or even into like I don't know some. I don't even know. Does Indian people have like an SNL type shit?
Nope, sure don't. We don't have a lot of things.
We don't. That would
we don't have
really
a fucking
sick.
pop star. We don't have like anything.
We don't have none of that.
We don't have none of that.
We just copy. Well, I'm surprised when we copy everything that American people do.
Yeah, but not in a cool way yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's true.
Not at all in a cool way yet.
But yeah, so I guess like for my whole thing is like I know a lot of people say that you have to find one thing, but I like doing a lot of things. I'm very creative, like...
Well, I mean, but that is your one thing. Yeah. Is being creative.
Exactly.
You know?
Like, I
can have to be like, oh, I'm a writer, I'm an actress, I'm a this, you're just fucking creative.
That's why I say entertainer.
Yeah.
I like to say that.
Yeah.
So I guess I just want to continue entertaining.
What do you think has been, like, the biggest challenge since you've, like, gone into this path, whether it be because I fucking hate that question, like how has it been the biggest challenge for you being South Asian, but like more like also even just as a woman here being different,
comparing myself to others, like I sometimes what I've turned off all my notifications. I think that I've been around so long, but I'm so inconsistent, and then I see like the younger generation come in and kind of take my recipe, and they're like much bigger than I am all of a sudden. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you're like a mini me, but like what's wrong? Why?
And then not getting the recognition that you deserve.
But then also I'm so recognized like by face normally. And I'm like, how am I so recognized but the following doesn't match? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how am I getting millions of views but I'm sitting at 170K? Yeah. Like, it's really crazy to me.
Yeah.
But, like, but then I realized, like, I had to really just set it off and be like, you know what? At least, like, the ones that know me, and I'm authentically doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And when it's my time, it's my time, right? And I feel like that's kind of what's been happening with me. But that's my biggest challenge is, like, okay, not being pretty enough. Okay, am I not doing enough?
Yeah.
Am I doing, like, why have I been doing this for 5 years and I'm still sitting here? But then I think when I hear what people, like, right now how you describe me, I'm like, oh shit, I have done
okay,
all
first
that.
of all, you're my first fucking guest. It's very hard to find girls who are, like, cool enough to fucking interview.
Thank you. But that's what I'm saying. We sell ourselves so short.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Like,
because your perspective of you is not the perspective of you to everyone else.
No.
Like, my best friends every day, like, literally yesterday, I'm like, oh, like, I'm over here doing this and this and this, and, like, but, like, no one fucking cares. And they're like, yeah, but you, like, also have to realize you're the girl who took, like, a one-way ticket to fucking India. You lived in Mumbai by your fucking self. You came back. You did all these XXX things on your resume. Like, there's other girls looking at you being like, oh my God, I wish I was that.
I did that. You're
But-
checking off all these
But I
things.
think you have to have that mentality when you're trying to chase after something. And if you are ambitious and you want to
Mhm.
go to the next thing, you have to also, like, it's kind of like in an odd way being humble about yourself, not thinking you've gotten there, not thinking you're the shit, or not thinking that you have capped at your capacity of whatever you're
100%.
chasing after yet, you know?
100%. And sometimes we don't even know. We're like, I know I'm chasing something, but
But
like,
there is a confidence about you, though. Like, there's
Yeah.
some people who are chasing after things that don't have that, like, internal confidence to be like,
Mhm.
I know who I am and I know what I'm doing. And I
Yeah.
think that also comes with, like, age and experience. But
100%.
but definitely, like, you have that, though. So it's
Thank
not
you.
like, I also think it's really interesting to me, like, looking at people and when they chase a dream and seeing if they're really doing it because they want validation out of, like, the world, like, recognizing they exist, or they just want to get to a point where they're recognized for their art or their craft and just
Correct.
have, like, a good fucking life. Like,
Girl.
and then when you start moving with that, it's so different when you're not trying to get,
It is.
like,
You live like
likes
a
or
better
followers
life.
or-
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't like. I remember I had turned off my likes because I was like, I don't want people to see like I'm not getting enough. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
because some get good, some don't. Whatever. This is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like, my life isn't based on likes. But yeah, so that's definitely my biggest challenge. Even being a woman, you do music, but like with me, like I did one rap song. The amount of hate that I got for that song, girlfriend, was crazy. And I did it for fun, just for shits and giggles. The song was called Joty. I just felt like it was more like, I felt like
I'm like, what is Peter trying to tell us right now?
yeah, the Joty,
He's
right?
like, that's...
Yeah, like, and I was like, what? Like, it just fit, right?
Yeah.
And I was a little butthurt because shout out to Fateh, but like my boy, I was like, how do you not ask me to be in the fucking song? Like, it's called Joty Ana, bro. But so I was like feeling some type of way, and I was like, what if I spit some bars on this shit? Just like little, like, let me just let me see if I can even do it.
Oh
It
my
was
God,
like,
that's so fun,
yeah,
though.
it was for myself.
Yeah.
It was like not that I was trying to like be cool. I was like, let me just.
But because then you got that hate, is that what made you kind of stop?
A little bit, yeah, it did. It was, yeah, so I did it, and I was so proud of it. I was like, damn, I'm okay, girl, you know what I mean? I know how to write. I did it. I did, like, a really, like, over-the-top music video, which was, like, it was ridiculous. Like, I'm wearing fucking lime green, but I did it on purpose. Like, I was trying to make it, like, so crazy, right?
Yeah.
And it was all men that were so upset about it. Like, it was crazy. It was like, oh, my God, I'd rather die, or, like, ew, who told her she can rap? It's like, no one did, bitch. I just want to do this for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, like, really turned me off. And it was just, like, damn. But, like, when I hear, okay, for example, no hate to, like, that song that's by Babulicious that goes, Brampton Vich Munda Miranda, the song is stupid. But it's, like, catchy, right?
Yeah.
But if I were to make a song like that, what a dumbass song that is.
Well, I
Shitty,
mean, like, yeah.
whack,
but, like, every
right?
woman doing something compared to a man doing something.
But, like,
is
he
always...
did it. It's so funny. It's dope. It's a vibe. Anyone does a funny, stupid song, a guy, it's great. But a girl
I mean,
does
being
it.
a woman is one thing, but then being an Indian woman on top of it is,
Exactly.
like, the amount of, like, good girl we're supposed to be
Yeah.
and quiet we're supposed to be
Yeah.
and all of the things we're
Literally.
supposed to be that we're
Facts.
not. It's, like...
Or now it's like, what is it? Before it used to be makeup artists, this is what we do. Now it's like everyone's a fucking dancer. Shout out to dancers. I'm just hating because I can't dance. But that's like the thing but that's the thing. Like people that don't even dance are fucking dancing. I'm like, you can't dance. Why are you dancing? Like, you will never catch me dancing. Like, I'll do some, like, funny shit. But it's just like, I can't non-authentically be something because people want me to, that's what they want to see, right?
Yeah.
I want to do, like, what I want to fucking do.
Yeah.
So, how did I even get into that?
I don't know. But if you had one, I don't fucking know.
Anyways, Joty stream it still. It's actually not that bad.
But if you had, like, one little piece, before, this is, like, the last of my serious fucking questions.
No, it's fine.
If you had, like, one little piece of advice to give to, like, that little girl that's out there in the world that is like you, right now growing up, what would you say to her?
I would tell her that she's not alone, even though she feels like she is. That
I'm gonna cry. I need tequila.
No, no, because I felt really alone, and as I've gotten older, I realized so many people went through so many similar things. Because being like a brown girl and also being American or whatever you are, Australian, Canadian, you have kind of like an identity crisis because you're told one thing that you're supposed to do, but you want to do something else. And you should do that something else, because when you get older, people are going to be calling you, texting you, be like, what you should have done. But you're not alone, and authentically be yourself, because in the end, when all these people are trying to, like, live up to these weird expectations and things, they lose themselves. And in the end, they're miserable. But when you're authentically yourself, you always are going to win. And I promise you're always going to win. So, yes, you're not alone. Keep being a badass, and always surround yourself with positive people. The people that suck the life out of you, they got to go. They really got to go. Stop making excuses for those people, because you have a good heart, but that doesn't mean they have a good heart. You don't need to keep making excuses to keep people in your life. You only need 2 solid friends, or even just 1 to be good. So
I love that.
yeah, that's all from experience. It's not just me like fluff.
No, I know. And it's funny because like people ask you those questions, and when you're like that little girl watching things like this, you're like, okay, yeah, but then you have to go through the bullshit to get to like the other side of that and be like, yeah, I'm good on my own. I've done my my little work on myself, and now I know what I can have around me and what I let around me.
Be authentically yourself, 100%. Fuck what people
No,
say.
honestly, I think I would have wasted way less time if I just did that from the beginning.
Same, girl. I was over there trying to fucking be like me, and then I got, my reputation was I deal with it till this day in my 30s. This girl ruined my reputation in 19, 18, 17. I still get the aftermath of it. I get all these comments of me being a slut, a whore, and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I can't even find a man. Haven't had sex for a year.
This is like
what's
literal next question. Okay, so like you said in an article, my parents want me to still marry someone of my own race, which is fucking hilarious.
This is really cute that you looked this up. I'm really like,
oh my God, do you know how prepared I am? Okay, but you can't even find a good man, period. So what are your like top 3 things you think make a good man that you're looking for?
Okay, so I'm looking for somebody that doesn't have baby mama drama.
Oh, me too.
No baby mama drama. I'm looking for someone that's loyal. And I'm also looking for someone that adds to my life, and that I don't want to, so I'm such an alpha every day of my life that I need my man to be kind of an alpha, and I want him to teach me things. I want him to be able to like, I don't know, like, I want to be a woman. Like, I want to be like, oh my God, am I tired? I don't know what to do. Like, but I do. I can call AAA, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want, like, I want that because I feel like I think it's also a little bit of daddy issues in the sense of what? Like, I just want
a caretaker also.
I want also a caretaker, a man. And when somebody's like, what do you mean you want a man? I'm like, I'm not talking about you if you think you know what you know.
Yeah. No, and even like, I think Indian side is interesting, especially girls. Like, it's like we're supposed to be household, we take care of the house, we take care of this, and but so many, even my mom, I look at her and I'm like, you carry the entire weight of everyone.
100.
And it's so underrated because then we're now out here in fucking LA trying to find like one good man
and everyone wants me to be their fucking mom. I'm not gonna be your fucking mom. Like, what the hell? I'm my brother's mom, my mom's mom sometimes, those my dad's mom. I want somebody to be my dad. My daddy, like, come on, no, but I'm just like, you know what I mean? I just want somebody to be like a man and also be so secure that he's not over there. I don't even know, honestly, I want him to have like 5 followers, but no, I'm just saying.
I want him to have 5. Would you date a guy that's like in the industry too?
I've been there, done that.
You don't think it works?
I've dated
only out, like, and now elite. I'm like, I need to date in.
Girl, I dated like elite hip hop. I want to shoot myself.
Okay, well, but that's like, I mean.
But I mean, I was.
What about like an athlete or something?
No, that's even worse. Like, no, it's not.
I don't know. Normal dudes on the side. Like, I have a guy who like has a boat, a corporate guy. I don't think I've ever tried that.
I'm gonna try a corporate guy.
I basically try losers with like motorcycles and who are not in the entertainment industry.
You need to take care of them. No. I want a corporate guy that has a shit going, so he's so busy where he's just like, all right, babe, you do your thing, I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? Like, not too busy, you got any time for me, but like, I don't know, I want somebody in that.
Too busy.
Yeah, like not too busy. But I don't want anybody in entertainment because I've been there. I did that back to back. And
you want them to have their own thing.
Yeah. You know what I've learned? There can only be 1 star in the relationship. 1 star.
Really?
2 stars isn't too much.
I mean, yeah, okay, I get that. Like Jay-Z, Beyonce, like Beyonce's a star.
Beyonce's a star.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, there's 2 stars.
I like that.
Yeah, because I've dated somebody where it's like they try to convince me that this life isn't for me. Because I think he was insecure.
Sure, yeah, and they're like,
you're popping.
Yeah,
I was getting popping. Like, he's like, you know what? I don't even think you like doing this. And then I started.
But like, if they had their own thing that's like banking or something, and they're popping off, but it's completely unrelated. Like,
it's unrelated.
Would it be an Indian guy? You think?
Do you want that? I did want an Indian guy. I think moving to LA, there's not a big there's not a big pool of them here.
Not
So
really.
I've dated non-Indians. Like my last 2 boyfriends, like one was half black, half white.
I was about to be like white, black, Spanish.
Yeah,
what are you
white.
talking?
I have a thing for light skins, but light skin, and then the other one's Puerto Rican. And then those are the
I
only
could
two.
totally see that for you.
Yeah, and they were like, but they were just like Indian guys. Like,
Really?
they would be like insecure, and I'm like, are you Punjabi, bro? Like, what the fuck? I was tripping. I was like, is this just a man thing? Like, one of them, the Puerto Rican wanted me to delete my fucking social media, and I was like, what? I was like,
yeah, no control. And
yeah,
just, like,
and then the
weird
light skin one
inspiration.
was just like, I don't think this is for
The
you.
light skin.
I don't think this is for
Oh
you.
my god.
Yeah, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, because you're probably scared that I'm gonna be in the same world as you probably one day.
Or
right?
past it.
Past it,
and then
yeah.
you're just like sitting there.
Yeah, so I was just like, dude, I don't know, are Indian guys? I would like Indian guys because I'm also in my core really Indian, like inside.
Yeah, it would be nice to like share that with somebody.
Yeah.
Because it has to be a code. I don't know. Maybe we'll find those in like
It's a
Europe.
ratio. Me and my friend call it a ratio.
Oh.
It's an American to Indian ratio. We gotta find somebody that's the same ratio.
Is
as
it
us.
American though, or is it European? Because I feel like
It could
even
be
like
European.
black men in America or black men in Europe are completely
You're right.
different. Or Indian men, like a British Indian dude.
I
That'd be
couldn't do
kinda
the
cute.
accent for the rest of my life.
What?
I couldn't. Could you imagine like, oh baby, like you're having sex, like shut the fuck
Oh baby.
oh baby. And I'm like, oh my god, stop.
Okay,
stop.
okay, we're gonna do like a rapid fire because Peter's looking at me and being like, you guys are talking too much.
Sorry.
Okay. This is like rapid fire. You're gonna like tell me as quick as you can.
Okay.
Thing. Oh, you have no idea what's coming, huh? Sorry, I did not
No,
prep you at all.
you didn't, but I'm
That's okay,
ready.
That's good.
You gave me
That's
Patron.
great. I knew you could handle it. Okay. So,
Holy shit. Whoa.
it's fine. We're just
Woo,
gonna,
woo, woo, woo.
it's all good. I need it because of last night, so it's fine. Okay. Share your location with your partner or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would. After a while.
Are you a drunk call girl or a drunk text girl?
I'm a drunk text girl.
Bottom or top?
I'm a bottom princess.
Most ridiculous thing you ever bought?
A vibrator that I don't use.
Why don't you use it?
The battery died on me one time, and I just never looked back since.
You're like, I can't find the
I'm on this.
cord.
I kept charging vibrators and phones. Like this is dumb.
Okay, top 3 red flags in a dude. Like like ghosting or like for me it's like he has a fucking Android. I'm like, no thanks.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Top 3 red flags when he talks about himself all the time. He doesn't know how to treat the waiters or have any manners.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, and then number 3, mama's boy.
Oh my god, I deal with them all the time.
No, my brother's a mama's boy.
I like
can
it.
never.
Those are like my 3. It's like androids, mama's boys, and
Android?
kids. And kids, like I can't with the kids anymore. It's just and the baby mama drama, which you
Girl,
talked about. No,
baby
no,
mama
it's
drama, I can't.
Go-to flirt technique.
I stare and then I just start doing my thing and I look again and I just start doing my thing and most 95% of the time.
Wait,
it's not
can you
much
show
more.
me that again?
95% of the time they're gonna come up to you. I swear to God.
Do you talk about sex with your mom?
Hell no.
Really?
My sex talk was my mom vacuuming one day, like this, and she's like, she turned it up. Are you virgin? And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, yes.
I just think it's weird that like Indian girls and moms can't talk about. I mean, it's
No.
not like I tell my mom like everything, but like I do.
No, I would love to because some of I wouldn't have made the mistakes that I did, or I would have been more aware.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that they should. I will with my daughter.
Yeah, like there's certain things like I'm gonna
No.
like completely not do.
My mom says, "Don't spend the night before marriage. That's why your relationships don't last."
I mean, fuck, maybe they're right though, because
Maybe
like we're
they're
both
right.
fucking single. Like, I don't
Girl,
know.
single as hell.
Single, me too.
Fucking even a nice guy tried to talk to me, and I was like, "It's not you, it's me. I don't know what it is."
Okay, explain to me your type then in 3 words.
Hyper masculine.
Like
Tall.
buff masculine or just
No,
like
no.
personality?
I could go with. He could have a dad bod, but he has to be like 6 feet, and I'm like,
Yeah, 6 feet. No.
yeah, I'm okay with like a little baby dad bod. Like I'm like, oh baby, your tummy. Tall, 6 foot and up. Hyper masculine, like a man. How many did you need? 3.
3.
Oh, I could keep going. I don't know, like a provider? Is that still hybrid?
No, I think that's fucking important that women still want providers.
My guy friends take good care of me, so it spoils me, right? Because I'm like, my guy friend that I'm never gonna sleep with takes care of me. Why cannot a man do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell, man?
Oh my God.
Literally, my best friend's husband. Like, I'm like basically the second wife. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not bringing my wallet. Like, this is cool. This is great. Like, this is a great life.
I love it.
Yeah. But
Okay, well, this is the last, like, final thing of my podcast that we're going to try out right now.
Okay.
I told you you're the guinea pig. So, it's called What Happened Last Night. So, I get to guess, and if I guess wrong, I have to take a shot. If I guess right, you have to take the shot.
Like what happened with me last night?
It doesn't have to be, like, exactly last night, but you have to tell me a story about something that happened last night, and it can either be a true story or a false story, and I have to fucking decide if it's true or false.
Okay.
She's like, okay. That quick?
One time when I was drinking, every story is like when I was drinking, my ex wasn't answering his call, and I wanted to see him, but he was my ex-boyfriend. So I decided to take an Uber from in Manhattan to where he was, which was about an hour, drunk as hell, not knowing if he was there. And I was outside, it was raining, and he wouldn't answer. So
you know that I have to guess if this is true or false.
Yeah, and I was screaming his name, and then I banged the door, and I broke into his house to see if he was there with a girl or not.
You broke into his house, like how? Like through the window?
Yeah, like the window was unlocked and I went through it.
I feel like you stuttered. The window was unlocked and you went through it. In New York. So it was like on the floor.
It was a townhouse.
Yeah, no, Joty. I don't think you did that.
It's a 50-50. I did half of it.
Okay, so I guess we both have to drink.
Okay.
Thank you for coming on What Happened Last Night. I so appreciate it.
No,
I love you, and I love your vibe, and I love everything you're doing, and I also think that me and you need to, like, hang out more and be friends.
We can
and go meet,
I
like,
don't think I should drive.
we are hanging out now, but I just mean away from, like, all of this.
Yes, no, for sure. Cheers, girlfriend.
Okay,
Thank you
cheers.
for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, I was like,